Hi everybody. It's me, Fat Thomas, from Fat Thomas Barbecue. So Johnathan decided to go out tonight. He deserves a good time, really. After all them WP after darks that he has to do, the man works a lot, so he deserves some time off. So I decided, since I'm already sitting there in the front row, why don't I do from the front row? I mean, technically it's Misfit row. Misfit row. But it's still in the front row, right? Right? I think so. I think that's how it works. Whatever. Anyways. So, I have my own notebook. So, it started out with the game changer, like always. And the beast, or is it David Smith? Is he the beast still? I don't know. Anyways, he continued to try to run through one complete faction. So he challenged Badass Eddie Vendetti. Now, whether that's a continuation from last week or not, I don't remember. I was at the snack bar. I am kind of hungry. Anyways, well, he defeated Badass Eddie Vendetti, but I guess the asshole booker saw something that he didn't like. So, whenever the Beast or David Smith or whatever, I'm not going to continue with that. Whenever he challenged JP DiMaggio, he just kind of added Badass Eddie Vendetti back into the match. Why? Again, I wasn't paying attention. I was at the snack bar, so I don't know. But that match is still going. We've heard that many Beastwisers were involved. I am still very hungry. You know what? I'll be back. I got hot dogs. I did not get them from Speedway because A, that would have taken too long for me to drive to Speedway. Secondly, I would have got mesmerized by those damn rollers. They just keep spinning round and round and round. And anyways, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. The notebook. Okay, so whenever I got back from the snack bar, I saw there was a shit ton of people on commentary. I was like, the First Lady Alexa Leslie was there, and Brass Hole was there. There was some dude that I don't know, and another dude that looked familiar, but I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't remember what his name is. I was eating nachos. So the first match was Bobby Blaze versus Big Mel. And Chaos was supposed to be part of that. But he was nowhere to be found. I'm just saying, no one has seen Chaos and Dirty Draven in the same place at the same time. That's all I'm saying. But Big Mel ended up winning that match, which is really going to upset Melvin, unfortunately. I like Melvin. He's very funny. But anyways, continuing on, we did have Dirty Draven versus, is it Dirty Draven or Dirty Dre? I don't know. It says Dirty Dre. Whatever. Dirty fits. But it was him against Casper 2779. And he just whooped his ass. Dirty Dre definitively won that. Next, we have Kwani Fist against Alex Garcia. And Kwani Fist won, which is very unfortunate for Alex Garcia. No one wants to lose to a guy named Kwani. Moving on, we have the Messiah versus the Commish. What is he the Commish of? It's not Commish of WP. Isn't that the asshole Booker? Anyways, the Messiah won, so if he is the Commish, he did not do a very good job at commissioning. Moving on, we have Polish Power against Lunatic Aqua Regina. That's where they were in AEW. They were in Regina. But she pulled off the win on Polish Power. Again, unfortunate because I am mostly Polish myself. Polish sausage sounds really good. Kiełbasy. With some sauerkraut. By the way, you guys need to come down to Fat Thomas Barbecue. We have half off ribs. We take off half the ribs and give them straight to me, Fat Thomas, from Fat Thomas Barbecue. I still have hot dogs. Anyway, next we have Badass Eddie Von Diddy in his actual match this week against the Lady Assassin, and he actually did pull off the win this week. Good for him. And in another squash match, just like Dirty Dre's, we have Mac Blakely just kind of whooping on Wolf Knight. It was not pretty. My nachos were much prettier. Continuing on, Lycan Umbros did the sponsored athlete Jay Lemasters, and as one would expect, Jay Lemasters pulled off the win. Now, honestly, Lycan is not that easy of an opponent to defeat. I've faced him before, and he's very difficult. So that's a big win for Mr. Jay Lemasters. After that, we had Captain Mexico. Or what do you mean I have to say Mexico? It's Mexico. There's an X there. It's Mexico. No, I don't care. But he was facing Money, and the former Intercontinental Champion Captain Mexico defeated Money to continue on with his winning ways. Next we have the Darkstalker against the Street Fight King, and the Darkstalker won. He's been doing really well ever since the tag team turmoil started. Makes you think. I don't know what about, but it does make you think. And then we had the World WPA champion Johnny Rocco take on the Blueprint Jackson Aries, and he beat him. I mean, that was not a surprise. He kind of chuckled to himself and sat next to me and tried to steal my popcorn again. I didn't let him. Anyways, David Smith, the Beast, or whatever the fuck his name is, took on Starlin J, and in a very close match defeated her. And finally, out of the regular matches this week, we had Martel the Carpenter and Shepherd Bane. And they were so evenly matched. I'm sure it was a fantastic match, but I was very, very focused on those nachos. But they went to a time limit draw. And now for a break, a hot dog break.
"20 minutes later."
My hot dogs are gone now. I'm sad. Oh, yes. Okay. So now we had a couple of number one contender matches, as always, with the triple threat qualifying matches. The first one with Hakeo, Jason Shepard, Gesundheit. Is that how you say it? Hakeo? Okay, so Hakeo, Jason Shepard. I'm gonna have to practice that. He took on the Idol Steve Sampson and Donnie Boy. And I don't know where Idol Steve Sampson was for the second half of the match. He just kind of disappeared. But it was really close between Donnie Boy and the other one. I'm not saying it again. No, I'm not saying it again. But Jason Shepard did fine. KO. Jason Shepard picked up the win, and he will move on to a triple threat championship match next week. After that, we had Red Death, the South Bronx Savage, and the Ronin, Shona Campbell. Now, Shona was very upset because she lost this match to Red Death. But Red Death was just on fire. He did really good this week, and Shona respected that. In the last number one contender match, we had Katzen Corey against Crusher LB. And once again, another fantastic match. At least that's what I was told, because again, the nachos were awesome this week. But they went and they were fighting so hard that they ended up getting a double count out next to the ring. So they will both be facing the television champion next week. Speaking of which, the WPA Television Championship, Sex God? Everybody needs to come try the white sauce. It's been our number one seller in WPA. But it was Jermaine Walker against Luscious Lucius, who, again, those two kind of go hand in hand. And the Master Sean Puff. Luscious Lucius ended up getting hit by the Black Hand side, and the Sean Puff jumped in the ring and pinned Luscious Lucius at the same time as Jermaine Walker, so it ended up as another draw this week. It was a very sneaky way to win. In the Triple Threat Championship, it was our returning champion, Nergigante, or Nergigante. I don't know how to pronounce his name either. Against me, Fat Thomas, from Fat Thomas Barbecue. And the pinnacle of humanity, Adrian Christopher. That is a really long name. If you got to get over 16 names, just write down one and get the other one over through promos and stuff. Do you know how hard it is to write all those letters out every week? Pick one. But something very similar happened in the Triple Threat Championship match. Nergigante was in the ring, and Fat Thomas got tired and sat on his chest. But his shoulders weren't down, because he was kind of hunched over in pain. And the pinnacle of humanity put him in an ankle lock, and Nergigante started tapping. So it ended up as another draw, but because it was the champion who tapped, we no longer have a champion. It's vacated, which means next week we will have a fatal four-way for the Triple Threat Championship. which I feel like kind of defeats the purpose of the name. I don't want to think about that too hard. I will give myself a headache. Anyways, the final match, we had the Kingpin JP DiMaggio, our current champion, against James Altraz. And boy, oh boy, there was a lot of draws this week. And this was another one. JP DiMaggio retains his championship, but fails to beat James Altraz. And that's it, everybody. That is our week here in WPA. We have a lot of fantastic matches set up for next week. I will continue my goal of becoming the newest Grand Slam champion. And I believe, as Johnathan always tells you every week, don't drink and drive unless it's Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is always okay. Make sure you hug your loved ones. Make sure you call that friend who you haven't talked to in a while. And just say hi. Sometimes that's all that's needed. But I'm going to send you guys over to Philip, as he has his pick of the week. And I don't know what his pick of the week is, it's not in the notes. And again, make sure you come down to Fat Thomas Barbecue with the half-off ribs special. I have made lots of white sauce for everybody. I know how much you guys all love that. Goodbye. Did I do okay? I don't even know who I'm talking to. It's just a voice coming from nowhere.